Drone review! This is the Bugs 2. This is the Bugs 3. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Bugs 2, but I do want to compare it a bit to its predecessor, I think. 2, 3. Kind of a weird naming scheme. I think this is the first one, Bugs 3. I do want to compare these two a bit because they are very similar. I kind of want to go over the improvements that the Bugs 2 made with this Bugs 3. So first of all, I should note, I love the Bugs 3 drone. I've already done several reviews on this drone. I can post that in the description below. But basically, I love this drone. And I'm happy to say the Bugs 2 drone made a lot of improvements over the Bugs 3. So sufficeth to say. So obviously I also like this drone. Out of the box you would get everything that you would expect. You get the drones itself, the blades, you get 4 replacement blades, you get the tools to take the blades off, you get the battery, you get the battery charger, you even get an SD card for the video, which is pretty cool. So some of the differences: this one does have feet, this one does not, because it doesn't need it because the camera is built in. You don't have a GoPro mount or an action camera mount on the Bugs 2. That's one big difference. Also, this doesn't have blade protectors, and as I've mentioned in other reviews that I've done in this, blade protectors are bad on the blades anyway, so you don't really want to put those on. The big improvement with this drone is the GPS. It makes a huge difference. Because of the GPS, this also has really good altitude hold, which this Bugs 3 does not. Because of this, it makes the Bugs 2 way easier to fly. You can press a button and it will start up and land. When it runs out of battery, it will return to where it started and land. When it loses connection from the RC, it will return to where it started and land. When you push a GPS button, it will return to where it started from and land. Basically, you're not going to lose this drone. Because of the GPS, one significant difference with this is pairing it to the remote and getting it so you can actually start it is very different. You first have to get the remote paired with this. Then you have to turn it around horizontally. Then you have to turn it around vertically. And then eventually it will be paired and you can fly it. Another big improvement in my mind is actually the packaging design. You'll notice I don't have the blades on this one, I do on this, and the reason for that is every time you put this in or take it out of the packaging, you have to remove the blades. It's kind of a bother, I don't like doing it. On the Bugs 2, you can actually keep the blades on in the packaging. Thank you! It's so much easier to pack this away. You can put everything in the box. When you want to fly it, you just take it out, put the battery in, and you fly it. You're done. Cool. Another difference is this one comes with a battery that kind of goes inside, which is kind of a good thing in theory, but in actuality I find this to be really kind of difficult to get in. I have to wiggle it, and there's like this trick and song and dance that I do, and I get it in, it works, and taking it out is kind of difficult as well. So I'm not a huge fan of that. It might just be that my particular unit is a bit weird. I mean, it still works, it's just a bother. And really the last significant difference with this Bugs 2 over the Bugs 3, this does come with an action cam mount, which means if you put an action camera on it, the video quality is up to the action camera that you have. If you have a really good action camera with good quality, you'll get good quality video. With this, you're stuck with what they give you, which the video quality is not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. If you're wanting to get footage for something that you can save and enjoy watching, you're probably not going to want to do it with this. That being said, you're probably not going to get a lot of footage with this either because it doesn't have a gimbal on the mount. So unless you mount your own gimbal, it doesn't really matter. Overall, the improvements that this Bugs 2 has over the Bugs 3 are well worth it. I was really surprised after I flew this around for a few times. I went back to the Bugs 3 to try to fly this around, and I was really surprised by how much more difficult this one is. And I say surprised because I always thought this was pretty easy to fly, but this one is just so much easier. You literally just press a button, it goes up, press a button, it comes down. Really, really easy to fly. This has a really good headless mode as well, so no matter which way it's facing, you just press back and it comes back towards where you are. Another slight difference between these two drones, you can see kind of the lights here. I feel like the lights are easier to see on this drone to see where it's facing. It has a light on the front. Because this has a camera, obviously there's no light, and these lights are a bit harder to see. So it's much easier to tell which direction this is facing. But because of the headless mode on this one, really it doesn't even matter which way it's facing to control it anyway. So that's not a huge deal to me. I love flying this drone. Everyone I let fly this drone also loves it. I'm really happy with the improvements they've made. Honestly, the only thing I wish they would have done differently is either put a better video camera in this or have a mount so you can put your own camera on. Preferably a mount with a gimbal. Then this would be the absolute perfect drone. This is really easy to fly. It can go super high, has good range, and you don't ever have to worry about losing it because it always comes back.